damn it! It did it again! Tools of the trade. Unlocked all abilities. What the fuck with this game, man? I leave the file, start it back up. It's like, oh shit, that's right, you did things. That's the second straight time that's happened. I thought it would, and it did. God damn it. Oh yeah, I need to upgrade my stuff. Can I find your spare shards or buy a new shard? Oh wait, you have all of them. Never mind. Of course. Of course, indeed. What the hell is that? Don't worry about it. Just give me more of the things I need. I want to upgrade all these so I can be better. More power, more money. Sure. More energy for killing for beating up enemies. Nice. More damage for this. Nice. Forward power. Nice. Reckless is stronger. Nice. And Ultra Grapple. Oh, there we go. Still need a bit more money to deal with the rest of that. Thank you for your patronage. I'm going to hope I can upgrade all those soon. But, you know, there's still so much ground to... Oh, right. I forgot. Well, since I'm going to be doing a lot of exploring... I need to think. What do I want? Yeah, I don't need this. Instead, secret. Now I can see semi-transparent walls, making things easier for me to discover. How nice. Hopefully I actually do that properly. Also, I can't go down that water. I really thought I could have. Anyway, let's start exploring. So, back to here to figure out that Gorlek asshole is. Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Ori and the Will of the Wisps. This is your host, the MJ406. And we're item hunting. So, it's time to go see if we can cover anything else I've left behind. Now I have this bash ability, which seems freaking legendary, by the way. Oh, in case you don't remember. Oh, it is a freaking beautiful move. Yeah, it's great. Oh, you can even break the shield? Oh, shit, man. Oh, man. I love this thing. Wow. Holy crap. I can break the shield apart with it? Jeez, don't die, dude. I wonder if it could break breakable surfaces. Let's see if this is something. Oh yeah, I have the shockwave now with that. That's awesome. Anyway, yes, I'm going to be spending a lot of time trying to hunt down for items. But I'm trying to make a complete blur while I do this because, well, this is just something I like to do. So, some people may not appreciate it, but god damn it, I feel like it's important to hunt down every item I can before I get to the end of the game. That's right, you ignore me! Bitch! Did I just bash him to death? Also, I just realized I was spilling blood. Oh, good lord, I didn't realize I was a dick like that. Oh, right! I forgot about the fashionable hat. God damn it, go back! Shit! Well, also, there's more land under where Lupo was. I forgot about that. But yeah, one of the things I was going to talk about. So, in case I need to remind you, I talked about gaming history back in Ori and the Blind Forest in the bonus episodes. About my personal time with it, what I thought about it, how influential it can be to gaming, and, you know, all that stuff. I'm going to continue that thought, continuing from where the last one left off in Blind Forest. Oh, well, that's a very nice hat you have. Damn it, the sunlight in these glades is too bright for me. I'll get this empty lantern for it. My days in the dark are over. Now it's my days in the shade. Empty lantern? Huh. The candle inside has completely melted. Huh. So, I wonder who could use this. A candle. To light... Oh! Oh, yeah! There's a one Milky in the darkness. It looks like a lot of them are near, like, portals, it seems. Or war points is nice. At least it feels that way. Oh, yeah, there is a guy down here. I almost forgot about him. But yeah, I have to make sure I know where I'm going first. Right, Milky? The water is clean. There are caves to explore. I gotta jump high like you, but I'm very enthusiastic. This makes everything an adventure. You're sure? Damn right it does. Woo, baby. Hopefully I get all the money I need to buy all the upgrades I need. I wonder if Lupo's map stuff is optional, though. Yeah, I don't honestly know. Oh, wow, that was in here this whole time, too. Thank you! Oh, good. Finding more stuff already. Also, there's a bench here. Not gonna worry about it. Talk to Lupo real quick. Oh, yeah!
Aha! This is my favorite student on the silent list. That's the last bit we needed. This map looks fantastic. We know all the nooks and crannies now. Now we'll get lost. Not that I'll ever go. Now, as apprentice map maker, you get a discount any map. I've been marking down some of my observations of these maps. Care to see?
Oh, cool. I'm so glad that you marked down things that I can't buy anyway.
Here's all the time then.
I see. So I did the map for you. You're welcome.
Hey, that's my money. You can't take that.
I'm taking your money.
Hey, get it back. I earned that money through hard work.
Yeah. Whatever you say, asshole. Oh, I can heal in there, too. I forgot about that.
Please don't break the chair.
Yeah, whatever you say, bub. Well, there we go. At least I uncovered it for him. Good. Every nook and cranny. Also, there's an area I didn't discover up there. Let me go find that. Oh, right. Because now I can actually dash out of there, right. Woohoo! Freedom! So, where to now? Before I get carried away, let me figure out where I want to go. Oh, yeah, I want to get to the Moki down there. Right. Oh, I almost had everything down here, too. Well, hopefully I won't need to use him to uncover everything, but, you know, we'll wait and see. Anyway, yes, let me talk about some of the history gaming stuff I was doing. So, I guess what I'll go over now is, I guess that would be the next generation after the Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, and Sega Saturn, I guess, technically. I forgot about that one as well. So, the next generation, which was arguably the biggest, which was pretty much started in 1999, if you want to count it with the Sega Dreamcast. Or maybe 98. I think it was 99. But yeah, the next generation after that. Oh yeah, it's light down here. I'm an idiot. That would be the Sega Dreamcast, Sony PlayStation 2, Nintendo GameCube, and of course the newcomer, the Microsoft Xbox. Microsoft's attempt at a home console. And yeah, there was a lot to like about that generation. Right, Moki?
What experience energy lantern you have? I use that to trap these fireflies. I go home. Hey man, this getting was very tricky and sticky.
What the hell is this? Moldwood Silk. The finest silk from the Moldwood depths. Somebody needs this for something. I forget who. Not gonna worry about it. Either way, let me go cover more ground. So yeah, the generation of the Dreamcast, the PlayStation 2, the GameCube, the Xbox. What a lot of people see as one of the golden generations of gaming, where a lot of new friggin' genres started coming around, and gaming was really finding its footing. And, you know, a lot of shooters, I think, started taking the biggest rise that generation. Then again, one of the standout hits, of course, for Microsoft was their initial Halo game. And Halo 2 in that regard as well. Heard you saw the ghosts. There are ghosts like that here and there. If I was fast, I would go race them all. Yeah, I don't remember the last one is, though. Not gonna lie to you. Then again, ow! I'm not gonna worry about it for right now. Yeah, I did uncover that. Just making sure. Jeez, I haven't explored this place in ages. But either way. Yeah, that generation was a great one. Because, whew, that was probably where me and my family played, like, the most video games. That whole generation was just... There's so much to it. There's so much to enjoy. And, well, I didn't have every console, mainly because I never had a, you know, a Dreamcast. I did have a PS2 for a bit, but I think I sold it like a dick. Then again, they should have had backwards compatibility with all those games on PS5. As in being able to replay using those discs, instead of having to have a PS2 or having to only get them digitally. Still a dick move to this day, honestly. At least if you ask me, it is. Oh, water breath is just something I have now. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. So I can breathe in here infinitely no matter what. Awesome. Didn't even think about the fact I have that now. Also, screw you, prick. Oh yeah, I have an energy cell fragment. I had to get hurt first before I could celebrate. Ah, good shit, Ori. But, yeah. Trying to think of what my favorite games were that generation is really hard. Because there's a lot for, like, everybody in that generation. There's so much. PlayStation had more franchises coming around, where it was mainly Crash and Spyro, amongst others, and Metal Gear Solid for PlayStation 1. PlayStation 2 had Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, among others. There are a lot of interesting ones that they had. And, well, picking a best amongst them can be kind of hard. Unless, you know, you really just know gaming's history super well like that. Which I don't know if I do, honestly. As well as I would hope. Then again, I didn't play a lot of time on PS2. That was also the rise of Guitar Hero, one of the more popular music games from back then. I'll admit, I was an addict on that. So, you know, I'm kind of a hypocrite if I try to go against it, because I was part of that crowd that loved that shit. And I honestly did for a bit. It's one of the things that actually got me really liking music, especially playing it. Even though I was more playing classical music, but that's beside the point. That was a high school thing. And that generation was a lot of my middle school life as well, so. Yeah, I do hold it in pretty high regard, for the most part. Ow, dick! Can't believe you're still following me after that, asshole. But either way, there was a lot to like. Because, well, I think I'd probably go over, like, the best of each system. I did that basically for PS2, but there were so many. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 were there, of course, and, well, you heard my love for Metal Gear Solid 3. Oh, man. That game is another one of the greatest of all time right there. And that didn't come off. That was exclusive to frickin' Sony. Oh, God, help. Oh, God, I'm stuck. Oh, no. Oh, no, I glitched myself. Oh, shit. Well, let's try that again. Wow! That would have pissed people off. Well, you just reload a quick save, but still. Wow, fuck that. Shit. Okay, so note to self. Don't do whatever that was, you freaking idiot. Alright, I should probably go this way. I haven't been up there in a while. But either way, yeah. The PS2 had a lot. And you know, it was the greatest selling console, like, pretty much all time for a reason. I mean, it had so many games. Not to mention it had DVD playback, which I think is the bigger reason why it succeeded. Also, PS2s were kind of fragile. But hey, even despite the low quality of some of the hardware, debatably, for the PS2, at least it still fared better than the friggin' Sega Dreamcast, which honestly, the PS2 is probably one of the big things that killed the Dreamcast, despite Dreamcast having a lot of ideas, honestly, a bit ahead of its time. And again, that's a lot of what you hear about the Dreamcast, which I guess I may as well go into that since I talked about the PS2 already. Sega Dreamcast was the first one to come along there. Had a lot of interesting ideas. It was going to be the first one to do internet connectivity for gameplay and all that. And, you know, it had the visual memory unit, which is kind of a thing we wouldn't see again until, honestly, the Wii U. It had a lot of really interesting ideas. It was a weak console, but the ideas they had for that thing, it felt like they tried to bring that too fast. And because of how the money they had to throw into other games, like Shenmue, for example, if you know that game, which is another interesting game from the Dreamcast, one of the standouts, along with the likes of Jet Set Radio. Like, they still had a lot of great games coming around for it. It's a shame they lost so much money on some of it and ended up not being worth it. Which is a goddamn shame. Because it did have some good games. I guess Shenmue would be the standout, although the gameplay of that wasn't really, like, super. So, like a narrative experience, it was definitely interesting. But calling it a good game, especially nowadays, that we can, like, really evaluate how games can be made and what makes for good gameplay, it's kind of a hard sell. Hey, that's why they did Kickstarter for Shenmue 3. It was a shame that it ended up being disappointing, because it was basically more Shenmue, Like, I get that some of the quirky nature of it, with some of its weird gameplay ideas, is part of its charm. But at the same time, it's just like that frickin' Deadly Premonition series. Just because you can, just because the gameplay being bad can be part of its charm, doesn't mean you should do it that way. Also, the final of the Spirit Shrines. I forgot about this too. The Spirit Trials. Good, the last one of those. I've been looking for that. Oh, I wonder if this is the simplest one. I can't use a Spirit Bash, so I actually have to do this legitimately now. Damn it. I had so much fun doing it this way, too. Alright. But yeah, Sega Dreamcast is a very unfortunate circumstance. The visual memory unit thing was cool, but nothing groundbreaking. Well, it was kind of neat, though. The Wii U did it better, but the Wii U was also very poorly handled as well, so... You know, for however much that's worth. Dreamcast was nice. You hear a lot of people talk about it nowadays. It's pretty sought after because of how historical some of its games were. Why would I go that way? I'm guessing if I tried to not go that way, it would probably kick me out and make me do it again. Because it's probably be like, oh, you didn't go there. You didn't take that route. Well, guess what? You gotta start this whole thing over. Oh, shit. Oh, they blocked it off. Dicks. That explains it. Alright then. So you have to go that way. They do it like this for a reason, you know. Alright then. Shit. I forgot about the mossy areas. Shit. Fine, I'll just follow your lead, dick. Huh. Woo! Just beat you! Thankfully, you had to do that jump. Oh, man. That was nerve-wracking a little bit. And there we go. Oh, good. That's another achievement that... Oh, they actually gave it to me this time. Speed Demon! Yes, complete all the Spirit Trials, baby. That reminds me, I haven't looked at the achievements in a while. Also... Yeah, look at the pause screen. Look how all these abilities I have and all the big creatures I met. It's weird they expand on that as you go through the game. It's actually kind of cool. So, achievements. Let me see. Still a secret achievement early on I haven't gotten. So that's weird. Whatever that could be. Shard Hunter I just got. I have to upgrade everything and also get all my life energy and get all the frickin' maps. Complete all those projects. I'm going to work on those over time, obviously. Defeat Qualog under 2 minutes. Oh, I guess some of the secret achievements are probably like special feats against certain bosses, I guess. I couldn't do that. For the entire game. Play the game under 4 hours. Play the game without dying. Oh, jeez. Okay, so at least it's an achievement. And speed run. Well, yeah, I could do that now I look at it. It's actually not too hard. Okay, so a lot of special stuff. Alright, that's all I was really curious about. Well, good. At least I found the last of those frickin' trials. That was good. Now that out of the way, I can go back to doing everything else I wanted to do. Hunting. Okay, yeah, so I'm talking about PlayStation 2 has a lot of great games to play. And because of the fact you can play DVDs as well, it's one of the cheaper DVD players as well. So, you know, it's a big seller. Pretty hard to go wrong with a product like that. And PS2 is kind of the big reason why Sony is still the king to this day. At least in regards to some of the gaming landscape. Well, according to some people, not me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I have seen Jak and Daxter. I did play Jak 2. I thought it was pretty fun. But I still had more fun with the GameCube and honestly some of the Xbox stuff, so. Then again, I didn't have Metal Gear Solid 3 until I got the HD version relatively recently. So, yeah. That's why I didn't get to think too much of it at the time. But hey, PS2 is still one hell of a console. Honestly, I think it's still their best one to date. PS3, they got a little stuck up and arrogant. They priced it ridiculously high, then they reduced the price but for the cost of backwards compatibility. That's how I guess I go once you get the PS3 stuff, which is not now. Oh man, look how much of an easier time I have climbing up this shit. Oh, baby. Wait. Oh, you're in the wrong corridor again. God damn it! Oh, yeah. I forgot. I don't think I could try to do. See if this works again like before. Nope. Because I remember they hit something with that before. Figured I'd at least check again. You never know. But yeah, PS2 is great. And then there's the other two. The Nintendo GameCube, one of the more divisive of the Nintendo consoles, actually didn't sell all that well. It sold maybe a little over twice as much as the Wii U did. The Wii U is considered a failure. Then again, the GameCube was at a time where, because of the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, Nintendo was seen as the kiddie market at the time, so, you know, not a lot of gamers really respected Nintendo back then. Then you have the rise of Reggie Fils-Aimé at one of those E3 conferences where they announced the DS. They definitely showed that they were understanding their audience was quote-unquote growing up. So they had to enhance their image to what gamers were developing into. And that's not to say GameCube didn't have great games. Hell, some of the games they had for the GameCube were some of the best of their franchise's history. Like Metroid Prime, the first 3D Metroid game. And oh boy, was it a doozy. That was a great game. Then again, if anybody knows me by now, you know I love Metroid. I mean, look at games like this. I love Metroid-style games. And Metroid Prime was my first Metroid game, and I loved it. So yeah, Metroid Prime was great. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Despite how rushed it was and how weird some of its ideas were, people look back on it as one of the best Zelda games because of the look and feel of it. But at the time, it wasn't, because that game was an example of how everybody saw Nintendo as the kiddie console. Wind Waker was the one that solidified that image. Because they showed a tech demo before the GameCube came out of this realistic-ish looking Zelda game of Link battling Ganon. And people were like, oh man, look how great this could look. And then they announced Wind Waker, and people were like, are you fucking kidding me with this garbage? Yeah, and basically, people did not want to defend Nintendo mainly for reasons like that. And yeah, this game is still looked at pretty well. Yeah, they had Mario Sunshine, which wasn't that great, but you know, a lot of great games from there. So, you know, typical Nintendo flair. Still seeming kid-friendly, not having a lot of third-party support. Although there are plenty of good third-party wonders like Eternal Darkness and stuff like that. And they did their own exclusive version of a Metal Gear Solid remake, so, you know, no other consoles had that one yet. Sony still only had the original version. They never even got the remake for themselves. So that's still a Nintendo exclusive thing. Which is how I played it. So, you know, that was my first introduction to Metal Gear Solid. You know, take it for what it's worth, I guess. Ack! Kind of hard to uncover stuff on the map, but I don't know where to go for some of these things. And again, it's kind of the heart of what I'm doing to explore right now. Trying to see what else I can uncover at the moment. Ow. Here! And then you have, well, the Xbox. Which, well, coming from the big computer maker, Microsoft, and their Windows, you know, yeah. They were basically seen as another mature take on trying, you know, get into gaming. Well, it's funny that apparently Microsoft was trying to buy Nintendo at the time to have them make games for them so they could compete with Sony. And Nintendo laughed them off. They were like, you're kidding me, right? Because that's the thing with Nintendo. I mean, they were very xenophobic and high on themselves as well. But, you know, Nintendo thrives with their hardware and making software that, you know, is ideal at the hardware they've done. That's something they've always been good with. Whether you appreciate Nintendo or not for what they do, you gotta admit, the games they make exclusive for their hardware, they tend to make it better than most other developers can do on their own hardware. Not always, but usually. Then again, I would hope the company that made the hardware would know how the fuck to make really well-running games for it. And something that's usually Nintendo succeeded at, so I've usually loved them all the time. Because, well, their gaming experiences tend to stand above most others. Most of the time. And believe me, I can be a little blinding of a fanboy, but, you know. It's just I love their games, man. But yeah, the Xbox, you know, had a lot of games that, you know, showed some of that mature image that it was trying to make for itself. Such as, you know, oh, right, I have to get this. But stuff like I said, Halo. I mean, Halo, like, really brought shooters to the mainstream. Where, you know, PC was having games like Doom, Wolfenstein, and Half-Life in the 90s that really pushed shooters forward and make them better. In regards to multiplayer shooters, Halo really, I believe, set the benchmark. I guess Counter-Strike came around that time, too, for PC. But still, in regards to consoles, where GoldenEye popularized first-person shooters for console players back to the N64, frickin' Halo made it like a necessity for how important multiplayer shooters would become. And Halo 2 made it even better, with one of the best, like, stories amongst first-person shooters at the time. Wow, I could've just had this whole time. Fuck me, man. Ow! Well, you deserve that, honestly. That's what you get for being stupid. I should be careful not to die in here. Oh, this dirt's literally just to be there. I would have thought there'd be something in there, but apparently not. Whatever. At least I'm having fun. But yeah, Microsoft had a lot as well. And they had a lot of other exclusive ideas that were pretty unique. And you know, initially, I think Microsoft helped Sega develop like stuff for the Dreamcast. Or at least they were in talks to help Sega at first in the hardware business as well. Like, that's the thing. Microsoft was really in it because they saw how big Sony was doing and how well they were doing, because Sony was also a multimedia company. So Microsoft thought back then, we gotta do what we can to show that we can also compete in this business. They tried to get talks with Nintendo and Sega to basically battle Sony. Microsoft versus Sony became the new console war, and still is considerably one to this day. Because, you know, ow! I mean, they both basically do PC machines, so, you know. How the hell? Gotcha, bitch! Finally, I got that thing. Jeez. I forgot about that for so long. Oh, yeah, there's a place up there, too. I haven't been in there yet. Oh, wait, yeah, I did. Why? Oh, it's just dark on the map just because it is. Right, that was the one optional ability. Right. We already went all the way through Midnight Burrows. We don't need to worry about it again. So, yeah, you can ignore that. See, that's the problem without having markings on these maps. I have no idea where to look for things. Oh, there's only a net for that guy, too. But yeah, Microsoft came out swinging plenty of big, mature-themed games. So, you know. Halo's the obvious standout, of course. Then again, I don't think anything else they had for the Xbox really came close. Like, that was the crowning jewel at the time for shooters. And honestly, I could say it's arguably my favorite game of that generation, because Halo 2, I had so much fun playing with that with my friends, my brother's friends. Like, Halo 2 is still so fun for me to go back to. Oh, there, wait, is that string? Where'd you find that? Oh, yeah, it's a big net. I didn't think about that. I got a net fit for the finest fisher Moki. Maybe this for it. It's my father's old spyglass. Do not worry, he will not need it. He does not sail. He only sleeps and eats. A lot. That is why I need a net. Ah, because you're dad, eh? A spyglass, made of delicate great wood, highly polished crystals. Well, thank you for that, buddy. Silk is so tricky and sticky, but I will finish my net someday, and I will catch many fish. Every day will be a feast for Moki. Well, good luck with that. I hope you honestly succeed in that. Why not? But yeah, favorite game of every console. Well, I never got to play Ratchet & Clank games myself, but seeing my friend Kingslayer Koshi play through the whole trilogy on it, yo, the Ratchet & Clank games are really good. Those might be my favorites of the PS2, honestly. There's a lot of good, but that's honestly my big standout favorite. For Nintendo, Metroid Prime, Zelda Wind Waker, amongst others. Also, my favorite Mario RPG, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. There's a lot of love for that, too. Microsoft, Halo. Enough said, really. Like, that is a big standout for them. And that was, like, really the only standout they really had that generation. They had other good playing Xbox games, not like Halo 2. And Sega Dreamcast, I mean, was there. Shenmue's a standout. Sonic Adventure was alright. Oh, Sonic Adventure 2 was actually good, too. That came, like, right at the end before they stopped being a console publisher. Which is a funny thing for Nintendo's end, too. Super Monkey Ball was published by Sega, and that was on the GameCube before the Dreamcast was officially dead. Then again, Sega did always have some software games on Nintendo systems, even back in the 90s. Something people tend to forget. That generation was beautiful. So yeah, there's a reason why I play a lot of GameCube games on my channel, because I love that generation. PS2 I need to get into more of course. And Xbox, yeah, Halo. It exists. Now that I played Xbox, gems are hidden in there if you look for them. I mean, if you got Game Pass, you can find some of them too. So feel free to look around in them. With that, I'll end this episode. So, that generation's great. So come back next time, we're going to explore more to find more power-ups. And I guess I'll talk about the Wii, Xbox 360, and PS3 generation. I should also consider talking about handhelds. Maybe I'll do that a whole nother... You know what? Yeah, I'll do the consoles next, and I'll do the handhelds the next time. So, yep, come back for more exploration and more gaming fun history with me, if you want to call it fun.